Malleus Maleficarum Part 1. Question 4. By which devils are the operations of Incubus and Succubus practiced? Is it Catholic to affirm that the functions of incubi and succubi belong indifferently and equally to all unclean spirits? It seems that it is so, for to affirm the opposite would be to maintain that there is some good order among them. It is argued that just as in the computation of the good there are degrees and orders, so also the computation of the evil is based upon confusion. As among the good angels nothing can be without order, so among the bad all is disorder, and they all indifferently follow these practices. If they do not all indifferently follow these practices, this quality in them comes either from their nature, or from sin, or from punishment. But it does not come from their nature, since they are all without distinction given to sin. Therefore these practices in them are due either to sin or to punishment. Where the sin is greater, there is the punishment greater, and the higher angels sinned more greatly. Therefore their punishment they have the more to follow these filthy practices. If this is not so, another reason will be given why they do not indifferently practice these things. It is argued that where there is no discipline or obedience, there all work without distinction, and it is submitted that there is no discipline or obedience among devils. There is also no agreement. Hence among the proud there is always contention. Just as because of sin they will all equally be cast into hell after the day of judgment. Before that time they are detained in the lower mists on account of the duties assigned to them. We do not read that there is equality on account of emancipation. Therefore neither is there equality in the matter of duty and temptation. Against this there is a gloss stating that as long as the world endures, angels are set over angels, men over men, and devils over devils. There is among them diversity both of order and of action. Another question arises, whether or not the devils can be restrained by good angels from pursuing these foul practices. Angels to whose command the adverse influences are subject are called powers. A rebellious and sinful spirit of life is subject to an obedient, pious, and just spirit of life. Creatures which are more perfect and nearer to God have authority over others, since they are nearer to God on account of their fruition in Him, which the devils lack. When it is urged that devils work much harm without any medium, or that they are not hindered because they are not subject to good angels who might prevent them, the answer is that the angels are ministers of the divine wisdom. The divine wisdom permits certain evil to be done by bad angels or men for the sake of the good that he draws therefrom. Answer. It is Catholic to maintain that there is a certain order of interior and exterior actions and a degree of preference among devils. Certain abominations are committed by the lowest orders, from which the higher orders are precluded on account of the nobility of their natures. From the beginning of creation some were always by nature superior, since they differ among themselves as to form. No two angels are alike in form, following the opinion which agrees with the philosophers. Dionysius also lays it down that in the same order there are three separate degrees. Devils after the fall did not lose their natural gifts, and therefore both in nature and in operation they are various and multiple. This harmonizes with the divine wisdom. What is ordained is by God. Since devils were deputed by God for the temptation of men and punishment of the damned, they work upon men from without by many and various means. It harmonizes with their own wickedness. Since they are at war with the human race, they fight in an orderly manner, so they think to do greater harm to men. Those whose natures are subordinate must in turn be subordinate to themselves in operation. In corporeal matters, the lower bodies are subject to the actions and motions of the celestial bodies. Since the devils differ among themselves in natural order, they also differ among themselves in their natural actions, especially in the performance of abominations in question. Since the practice of these abominations is foreign to the nobility of the angelic nature, human actions of the like are to be considered by themselves. Since some are believed to have fallen from every order, it is not unsuitable to maintain that those devils who fell from the lowest choir perform these and other abominations. Though Scripture speaks of incubi and succubi lusting after women, nowhere do we read that they fell into vices against nature. The enormity of such as sin in this way is shown by the fact that all devils abominate such actions. They blush at your iniquities, meaning vices against nature. No sin has God so often punished by the shameful death of multitudes. Many say, and it is truly believed, that no one can persevere in the practice of such vices beyond the period of the mortal life of Christ. There have been ensnared by this vice octogenarians who ruled their lives according to the discipline of Christ. Having forsaken him, they have found difficulties in obtaining deliverance, abandoning themselves to such vices. The names of the devils indicate what order there is among them, and what office is assigned to each. Though one and the same name, that of devil, is used in Scripture, yet Scriptures teach that one is set over these actions. Diabolus from dia means two, and bolus means morsel. He kills body and soul. In Greek, diabolus means shut in prison or downflowing, since he fell down. He is named demon, meaning cunning over blood, since he thirsts for sin. He is called Belial, without yoke or master. Beelzebub, lord of flies, of souls who have left faithful. Satan, the adversary. Behemoth, beast, because he makes men bestial. The devil of fornication and chief of abomination is Asmodeus, meaning creature of judgment. The devil of pride is Leviathan, their addition. Lucifer promised our parents the addition of divinity. The devil of avarice and riches is Mammon. Good can be found without evil, but evil cannot be found without good. The devils are ordained in the course of nature. Their actions see Job X. Devils deputed to work are not in hell, but in lower mists. They have an order among themselves, which they will not have in hell, and will have a gradation of power and punishments. The higher devils, because they sinned the more, are the more punished and not bound to the commission of these filthy acts. Sin bears relation to punishment, not to the operation of nature. Though all are impure spirits and eager to do harm, yet one is more so than another, as their natures are further thrust into darkness. There is agreement among devils to hate mankind, opposing justice. Agreement is found among the wicked, to depute those whose talents seem suitable to the pursuit of particular iniquities. Although imprisonment is decreed for all, now and then, equal penalties are not equally ordained for them. The nobler in nature, more potent in office, the heavier the torment. Wisdom vi, the powerful shall powerfully suffer torments.